contract signing. It was signed in blood tonight by Kenny Omega, guys. Man, this segment got real. It got deep. The Elite and Dark Order were banned from the arena. Man, I loved how both guys, brought it all together. It really, got deep in this segment, man. What did you think?
I'll let you start off, Great Fish.
Okay.
You missed the first 3/4 of the show. I'll let you kick this off.
Well, no, man. I thought it was great seeing Don Callis come back. I missed Don.
Agree.
I thought Kenny
said no one ever. Actually, he's great, but
yeah,
everybody loves Don.
I mean, the hot new thing as far as cheap heel heat for managers go, Dan Lambert, that fat faced dipshit, has been stealing some of Don's thunder of late. But but Don is as good as it gets when it comes to that, like just being so good at being bad. I love what he does and what he adds to it. But no, I thought this was great. I think that Kenny has proven over the course of his championship run that he can carry a segment, even with guys who aren't necessarily comfortable on the mic very much. And for me, this was more of a litmus test for Hangman. We're getting more and more opportunities to see him really leaning into this confidence. And, during that time, for the most of his run, kind of a somber, down and out kind of mentality, kind of easy leaning into the drinking of the beer and the whiskey, and a man of few words. Being a champion, being a world champion, you have to be able to carry a segment. You have to be able to command that spotlight. And I felt like he went toe-to-toe with Kenny in this contract signing, and I thought this was a really big moment for Hangman to be able to showcase he's ready. I thought that this worked out really well. In typical contract signing fashion, things got physical. But I thought that this one was a really good moment for Hangman and a taste of what's to come during his championship run, which I think all three of us here will get into tomorrow night, but I'd like to talk to you more about that one tomorrow.
That might be another clean sweep right there, if you know what I mean, and I think you do.
I hope our bingo cards look a little bit more varied than last time, because I think last time we had like 2 differences on all of our cards, and it was pretty insane. But yeah,
even though you're healed and I'm a babyface, we do have a little bit of similarity choices on talent level.
Oh yeah, we all kind of, even though we look at things in a different light in terms of his rooting for heels and baby faces, we all kind of have the same thoughts on how stuff goes and stories. But yeah, Crayfish, I agree. I think this was a big moment for Hangman. He needs to be able to show that he can be that guy. If he's going to be given that strap and be the man, he's got to be the man. He's got to show, hey, Kenny Omega's been considered the best wrestler in the world for a long time, or one of the best wrestlers in the world for a long time. I got to go toe to toe with him and then take the belt off this guy who's been running the show for a year. And I think that this was a good first step. And this isn't really the first step, but this is a good step.
Yes.
And I think that on Saturday, we're going to see all that culminate, his confidence and him end up being the champ, because ultimately Kenny Omega is still trying to get in his head, and it's not working anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he kind of, he did draw blood tonight and he signed that contract in blood, Kenny's the one that seems like he's on the edge. Like he's ready to kind of lose it. He's not the confident guy. He's trying to burn the psyche of Hangman Adam Page, and it's not working. And it hasn't been working for Kenny for a little while now. I think that his shtick is getting figured out by a lot of the talent, and Hangman might just be talented enough to take that belt off of him. He might be the guy that's ready to do that.
Yeah, as the Kenny Omega mark here, SPD, what do you think? You think that Kenny's a little rattled?
I don't think Kenny's necessarily rattled with any of the mind games, but I think Kenny, his time has come. Like I've loved his reign, and I love love Kenny Omega, but it's Hangman's time. I don't think it's anything that Hangman or Kenny's done wrong, but it's Hangman's time. He's got the momentum. He's in a right mindset. I think he's seeing clearly. He's got friends that, support him and uplift him. And it just he's playing his cards, drinking his whiskey, and everything is lining up. He's got the royal flush on the table, and he's just waiting to cash in, and he's going to cash in at Full Gear. I think it's all gravy right here. Even though we will get I bet you a few shenanigans, but honestly, like, it's going to be one of the biggest parties of the night once Hangman ends Full Gear, riding high with gold in one hand, a cold brew in another hand.
Yeah, man.
I can't wait for it. It's just the perfect timing for it all. And it just makes so much sense. And I don't see any other way to book it.
And we head into the new year with so many new possibilities on the horizon for challengers. And I think that, although I could rattle off countless names of people I'd like to see challenge Kenny for the belt, that we still haven't seen, I think that having Hangman as champ allows for some new, fresh, exciting matchups that, I'm excited for. I think that it also allows, we've seen a lot of baby faces get elevated over the course of Kenny's run to be able to go toe to toe with him. We think about some of the rubs that guys like Dante Martin and Jungle Boy, and we can go on and on about guys that have gotten those opportunities.
Sure.
But as a heel here, I'm kind of excited to see who are some of those underdog heels who are some of those next level heels that can get those title shots. I mean, I know that I think all of us here, Bonds, I'll let you go ahead and say the guy's name to begin with. There's a guy on the tip of all of our tongues with the work that he's doing right now. But there's so many other names that I think would benefit from getting opportunities too, right? So I think that that's exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's time for a change at the top. I think it's going to be like a new season of a TV show
for the main event.
It's time. Yep. Oh man, we gotta get John Silver to always do his talk or his lip syncing of Mark Henry. That was so funny. Good. He needs to just be there next to Mark, and every time he does that, and just say it with him. That'd be so funny. But yeah, this is like going to be like the new season of a TV show. Like we always say that at these pay-per-views, they got 4 a year. And we split AEW into quarters. And this is going to be the era of Hangman Page. And I think that tonight, we got to see one last bit of the downtrodden just before he comes up out of the ashes and ends up that champion. It's going to be a lot of fun, and Full Gear is going to be great. And